Our first round in the double elimination bracket here, Guangzhou Charge, Shanghai Dragons, Seoul Dynasty, Philadelphia Fusion, our top four from the Eastern Division now finally.
Horribly awry for a team that is looking to dominate, I think, this series.
And they're going to be dominating at least in terms of ult charge here. Who are you into Jimmy? But Lip's already popped the overclock. I mean, this fight should all be done in dust. Zernius not even close enough to pop a sound barrier. Don't think he would have done that anyway, given already losing players on mark. But there's a bit of a canyon of a damage difference between Lip and Jimmy so far. Also a life difference, given that Lip is one of, it's going to be at least one punish out from Izuyaki. This is the dangerous part for Charge. We talk about it, could it be overextension? Now it starts to really look like it. Jimmy wanting to save the raid, but he's not on healing. He's on below half HP, and this is going to be a cleanup. It's two ultimates used by the Charge, and Dragons walk away with the fight win, and they're at 95%. So once they flip this one, Charge to come back immediately. Krong's on a ball.
I started to wonder here if Choice of One can even touch, and in fact, he goes down, so now they don't even have the Genji, they don't have the touch along with it, and 150 there for the Dragons, getting an early lead. I think
DJ God has a sound barrier, nearly Ajax, someone has to be very careful, very low HP, responded to by Zernius. No further ultimates from the Dragons just because they got nothing to use. Izuyaki likely to go down here as well. Choi with two in the fight, and the Dragons just have to give it up. The timings were just slightly off. Lip was just slightly off from the overclock. Who are you? 25 away from the blade. Izuyaki, I think, just percentage points away from the rally. It's going to cost the Charge to be able to secure that one, but they have 80%. Lip will pop the overclock, but it's who are you that suddenly get the damage done. He's got two on his own, call it three, as Shanghai Dragons could even pull a blade if they want to, but everyone's dead, so no need for it. 3 out of the 5 kills there. The overclock didn't block as well. Jimmy's already dead. This is now going to be equalization. Who are you coming back from with two? A Jagged Blade finds both. How is that even happening? Guangzhou Charge. 4 versus 3, low HP on the support line, and Dragons have only got Who Are You left, so we talk about equalizing, going to University. Charge look like they'll make that happen.
Nice little cherry on top as well for Krong. 3 Jagged Blade kills there in a single fight, and you can see there another pick onto Lip just at the very end. Obviously doesn't mean much, but a lot of the Void trying to work that off angle.
That's a big hit. That's going to be the Shanghai Dragons, popping the early ultimates. You look at the support line of the Charge, they don't quite have anything to match with just yet. It's the extra tempo beat from Lee J. God, Void walking forward with full confidence. Major carnage swing. It's taking a long time. This is where the double support ultimates of the Charge really come into factor. Who are you? Now that the Fleet and the Rally have dissipated, just looking for the frags. They aren't quite getting it done so far. Now we get far way down. Krong somehow falls off the map, and it's still fairly even. You'd like to have seen an opportunity for Krong to use that Rampage. That's going to be the case. Shanghai Dragons eventually will come out ahead. You notice that Choi also came back on the Tracer, but it doesn't really help. Shanghai survives on 1 HP. That is critical for the Dragons' success, because now Lee Jung-ho comes in with the sound barrier. It's looking healthy for the Dragons. Charge fallen by the wayside. So many players though, so many players down. Who Are You pulls the blade, and that will be the blade that sends the Charge down on the first map. Dragons lock it up. They do lose at Gardens, but they will secure Oasis.
Much value out of getting someone low, like Lip, like Who Are You right now, and then executing so fast that there's no possible way that Shanghai Dragons can actually react to it.
Who Are You's now very critical. 1 HP, taken down by Zernius.
They swarmed
Boss. And is there going to be any response? I mean, Krong is low, but Dragons, here we go. They do get the response on the Krong, so that is going to be a Genji. 4 Junker Queen trade that will favor the attackers, and this is where Void gets an opportunity to pop up as well. Krong is not in his way. Losing Izuyaki, that's both Briggs lost in this fight. And the respawners, they're going to go in the favor of Dragons. They have the much closer respawns now. They have the much greater damage and the kills. The rest of the Charge will fall. This might even just be a cap straight away, because as Krong comes back in, the rest of his members are too far off. So Genji can't really afford to heal up when you're emptying it out. You're in a little bit of a rough spot, so the blade is not getting high as value. Krong taking a bunch of damage now that the Dragons do have a bit of time to sustain themselves, and with that, Cap comes in, kills come in as well. 2 more ultimates still to play through. They won't need them. They'll save them for C.
Of course, that they can utilize as well, but they're playing aggressive and they're trying to find a pick so they can stabilize early here.
Krong is just so in danger. Lip hit many headshots on him. Double rails, I believe. It's a double support ultimates for the Charge, but it's not enough. Everyone's just dying inside this rail. Everyone's dying inside the Dragons. Damage coming through. It's a complete wipe, and in what feels like 1 attempt from the Shanghai Dragons, they get the C push done. I know there was that 1 versus 4. Dragons do not fall for any other members being killed by Jimmy. In fact, Jimmy's the one on 1 HP. Who Are You just solos, and what is going on there? Who Are You just decides that Jimmy is going to die? And the shoulders of Krong gets quite heavy here. Only Void caught. You want more from that Rampage. A Choice of One might still just deliver more, as the Guangzhou Charge have a 5 versus 3 advantage. They'll get that extra kill the Lee Gon, and they will be able to get the point, but it costs them all of the time on A. Costs them the 2 ult. Jimmy overclock. Make no mistake, this is the final push and Charge. They want to move forward, but it is so risky. You see how timid they are in this fight.
This ends now.
Just hoping, praying for any kind of pick. Charge have been good about finding them, but
Dragons
they absolutely require one.
Oh no, they C9. Okay, well that literally happened. Unlucky, I guess. That's the most like anticlimactic. Like, oh no, they just whoop, they C9. Now Who Are You has the blade. Xerneas has the beat in response, so it's very important. Who Are You has to be careful. He needs to be healed on up, and that fleet needs to come out immediately. Choi was low. He has been saved. Lee Jae actually matches as well. Choi One has the timing here, but they might not be able to do anything about it. If Krong is dead and Choi to follow. 99%, that's a heartbreaker. Charge, gonna have to give this one up, and with that, they'll have to give up the point as well. They'll be lucky.
Decisive win with their investment early on, that they do well, but Shanghai, and here you go.
Yeah, this is what we're waiting for, right? Jimmy pops the overclock, immediately gets Lip down. You saw Lip trying to get out. And Dragons overstaying their welcome. They wanted to get very aggressive on towards the C spawn point, and the Guangzhou Charge now a great ability to defend B. Did Jimmy get stuck on the geometry there? I think he might have. Is that a bug? I have no idea, but it is unlucky. And with that, Dragons, they've turned this fight around. Who Are You gets an opportunity to pull blade. Jimmy starts to fight for the Charge, but Who Are You ends it, and that's the cap as well.
On top of the fact that they have great time bank to use as well, and another pick.
That's the power railgun once again. Lip, I mean, you talked about his Ash stats. I don't know if you got the Sojin stats for me as well. Sound Baron not quite being popular here. It is now to counter the Dragon Blade from Choi Se-Hwan, but it doesn't matter what Choi does. Everybody is dying. I mean, Xerneas is dead in that fight. This is going to be the cap. Charge just cannot get a frag. Void's done too much here. Lip has done too much to open up the fight. Choi's blade is not even going to be enough to save the Guangzhou Charge. It's been enough in previous matches to happen.
Yeah, I think that they expect Lee Jae to have this barrier. I think luckily for Dragons, they're going to have time to build it. But
no, he's not going to get it. He's not going to get it. Jimmy's too good today. He's just sniped them down. That's going to be a free fight.
I mean, stepping up since stepping in, right? I mean, that is Jimmy's story.
It's a big one from Krong, and it needs to be a big one because they need to get Dragons off the board here. 2 cap beat Choi. 29 towards the blade. He might still have to pull it through because the numbers do not look good for the Charge. They're 1 ahead, but they need a lot more than that. The blade's looking good now. 2 players caught on the wayside, and a final member being taken down. That's Who Are You on the side. The Shanghai Dragons, despite it looking like a good B defense, blade capabilities, a lot of low members on the side of the Dragons. Krong whiffed his rampage, but they might still be able to win the fight. Look how low the Dragons are. Who Are You's down. Void catches 2. Very low HP on everybody. Charge now have to be very careful when it's just a mixed bag of kills across the board. 2 versus 3, I believe, and Choi's got a lot. Who Are You respawns. Lip tries to go overclock. He's dead. Who Are You barely touches. 2 versus 1 currently. The recall's available, but Who Are You cannot touch. He tries to blink on M. He might get from either team. Dragons in a great defendable position, and Lip, I think he caught somebody with a railgun but didn't get the kill. In fact, they are the ones that lose members. They've got 2 down now, 3, 2 alive for Dragons. It's not enough to hold up. We talk about Charge capping A to give themselves a winnable position, and they might just get that Lip with the fadeaway kill. But only Lip alive, not going to be enough to live that with the overclock. Choice of 1, he pulls blade, he's dead. Xerneas can save him. Krong now on critical HP, and that will probably be the fight done now. You pop both support ultimates, but there's not enough players still alive. And Lee Jae going with a celebration sound barrier. Jimmy can do nothing on the sides. Xerneas the sole Lucio. Waves goodbye to the payload and the Guangzhou Charge. It was a good effort there, right on overclock in, otherwise it could be lights out. Lip will get the overclock first, putting the rails and looking for the damage, and the damage has been found. From the far way, it's falling apart. Charge, this is the final defense. Jimmy gets shut down. There's not going to be the rail coming through. There's not going to be any savior or saving moments from the Guangzhou Charge. It was a great effort. Second hairpin there. A decent amount of distance on their attack, but the Shanghai Dragons, they will not be denied the 3-0. It was competitive.